let's do a quick recap. So this whole series, 5-part series on staying dedicated, staying focused, and achieving your visions, right? And how to go toward expecting the struggles and getting through it, right? So I talked about being prepared to accept that struggle is going to happen, not complaining, making a plan, finding a solution, overcoming the obstacles, and being dedicated and committed to your vision. Like, you have to be dedicated to it. You have to evolve. You have to adapt, unless you want you and your vision to go extinct. That is the law of nature. That is the law of everything that is existing in your life. Whether it be marriage, business, relationship, raising children, you have to expect challenges and you have to face them head on and keep pushing forward. You have to be creative and you have to change and be flexible. So one of the things that I said in part 4 at the end was that in addition to going forward and overcoming those obstacles, you have to be willing to sacrifice. And I'm not just telling you to sacrifice like it's just telling you, hey, you should sacrifice. I didn't, but you should. No, I sacrificed a hell of a lot. And I did so even though it bothered me, it's difficult. I did it understanding that I was doing it for a bigger vision to achieve a goal. So I had to keep reminding myself of that every time I knew that I was sacrificing something. I had to remind myself, look, you're doing without this for now in order to have later. That is what you have to keep in the back of your mind as you're choosing what to sacrifice, what to do without. So I'm going to give you a few pointers on things that I sacrifice. You might find some other ways of, sacrifices you may have to do, but this is just some examples from my own path. I had to sacrifice having a car for a while. I had an issue with a fraudulent car company that I bought from. They were trying to force me into paying additional money down payment. I didn't have that money. I also didn't have money for an attorney to press charges on them to try to make them stop. So I brought the car back, came back to New Orleans, and continued to be without a vehicle for a year so that I could save that money. I had no car note, no car insurance. I saved and pocketed as much money as I could, and I came up out of it as a result. That was one sacrifice that I made. We used public transportation to get around the city. Did what we had to do, make it happen, On 2 occasions, I had to downsize my living space because I wanted to set aside and save money. So instead of getting the biggest space possible on my budget, I got something more reasonable and I maximized my space. And so if you need tips on how to maximize your space, check out my girl from here in New Orleans, Whitney J Decor. Look her up on Instagram. She's got a blog. She's got a website. It's Whitney, WHITNEYJ, the letter J, Decor, DECOR. She's got great tips on how to maximize small spaces, how to make them really comfortable and a nurturing environment for your mentality, your spirituality, and your productivity as well. So do that. It is worth it to downsize because you can save a lot of money by downsizing your car note. Get a more reasonable car. Like some people out here, they got a car note that's like $400, $500 because they want to have this nice whatever vehicle. For what? You got to get from point A to point B. That's what you need. And if you can pocket and save as much money as possible to invest in you, to invest in your vision, to invest in whatever it is that you're trying to work toward, you have an easier time, number 1, achieving. Number 2, you have an easier time getting investors on board because they want to see that you're willing to sacrifice. Like, think about that. You're coming to somebody asking them to sacrifice part of their money to invest in you. Have you sacrificed yet? What have you set aside? What grit and grind have you put in to get what you need to achieve your vision? Show them that determination, that ingenuity, that desire to achieve, and then approach them to ask for them to add on to what you are already doing. So be prepared for the obstacles because they are going to happen without fail. You have the potential to overcome it. It is all about your own personal determination. Speak the words of empowerment. Don't complain. Don't whine. You talk about an obstacle, you better be telling me how you're getting past it. You better tell me how you're working around it because you have the potential to get past it. Your words are a part of your fuel. You have to be adaptable, you have to be flexible, and you have to be willing to sacrifice for the temporary situation now in order to have that greater, bigger vision later. You want to achieve it. Sacrifice now to have more later. Peace.